Oh, sorry about that, people. Right, you're gonna have to bear with me. I haven't got changed after work, so you just sort that. Okay, right, all right. We're gonna wait until people come on because we're late starting. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. So we are live. No one's here, so I'm just talking to no one. Hello, Paul from Skegness. How are you? Sorry, I'm late starting. I've just got loads of messages from people saying, "Where are you?" Technical issue. Yeah. Had to go and shop for an old lady.
No, I meant with your laptop.
And technical issues with the laptop. So on a day when I'm the latest I've ever been, I have issues with the laptop. How ironic. It's not ironic at all. Adam's made me this on my mobile phone so I can sit in it. Look, it's pretty cool. No, Paul, yeah, I'm sure the two of you were very worried where I was. Anyway, I haven't got changed from work yet and it's really hot. So I'm going to leave you with Charlotte for 2 minutes while I go and get changed and I'll be back with you. Charlotte, take over.
Hello. What's the code number? I'll put it on the thing. Oh, I know.
Watch my.
Speak to the people.
Hello.
Yeah, say something else. Right, tell them a joke or something.
I'm not good at jokes. You tell them a joke, Adam.
I haven't got any. Ask one of the days.
Right. Hello, Charlotte. What did you have for tea? I had a burger here. Pork and apple.
Yeah? What did you have with it?
Well, we got some spicy mayo and some coleslaw. Well, different coleslaw.
What was it also called?
I don't know. I think it was Thai coleslaw.
Yeah.
Thai coleslaw.
What's this? What's this?
And we had chips.
There we go.
You have to have chips with a burger. Otherwise, it's not a burger.
Huh?
Alright. Let's see what people are messaging. Right, so. Hello, Vic. Yes, Dad did. Like my company. On the way back, we did times tables. Hello, Dan.
Have you told everybody your exam result?
Exam? I don't have exams yet, no.
No, the thing you did today.
Yes. So I have a
What was it?
maths times table test every Friday or Monday, and I got 95 out of 100.
Were they all right?
We had 10s to 11s. Not ones. Thank you. Genius. Dan's saying I'm a genius.
I know.
Ralph, come on. You gotta show the viewers
No,
yourself.
come here. No.
Ralphie. Oh, okay. He is not coming up. Oh, there
he is.
Oh, he's grown since he was a baby.
Good boy.
He's very big. Math rocks.
Math.
How is Ralph? Ralph is mantling, or whatever it's called.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, it isn't me with the problem. It's Dad.
I know Dad will have a problem in a minute. This is your dad not
Ralph
actually.
is amazing. He is good. Good.
Again,
Aren't you,
better.
Ralph? Yes. Okay.
Better?
Yeah.
Can you read any more questions?
Oh, you are a clever girl like your dad loves math. That's what I'm going
Obviously.
How are you, Mum?
All right.
Mum's all right.
Oh, so you collar out, lad.
He has to.
That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is, Sarah.
I got you.
3/4.
I got you 2,
Okay,
3,
there
4,
you go.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Come
I
on.
got you 7 more people.
Wow, thank you much. Right, we are going to have a slight delay on the opening because we're so late.
I
Um,
put the code on the thing.
And yeah, so there's a few people I've still got to actually text the code to.
There's
So we're just going to give it a few more minutes, and then we'll get started.
There's a
Right.
new movie coming out
There's no
about
rush, is there?
bass fishing. The cast is amazing. Is
Oh,
that
God.
Prince Charlotte? Is that Prince Charlotte? What does that mean?
So we've only got 9 on the quiz tonight, 9 on the stream. A bit of a shame. That's fine. Little numbers, great things. Can promise a hell of a quiz, actually. There's some questions in here. I don't even understand the question, let alone the answers. So should go well. Anyway, I'm just sending the quiz code to a few people in case they want to join in late. That's absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, Dad didn't have time to quiz check.
No, I haven't checked. I haven't had time to check.
Paul from Skegness, be kind. He might have got spellings wrong.
I'm very. There's a very good chance I've got spellings wrong.
Might.
Well, you might be in the top 10 because there's only 10 doing it. Yes.
Well done, Grandma. You might be in the top 10. There are 9 all users. We want more people. If you have people who like to do quizzes on Friday, get them on it.
Yeah, invite some more people in. Let's get some more people in before we start. Hello, Julian. How are you doing?
Always kind.
Sorry, I'm a bit panicky tonight. It's all gone a bit wrong, but we're here. We're ready. And I'm just texting a few people the code in case they want to join in. And we will start in 5 minutes. So yeah, it's the Friday the 13th quiz. There is a round on superstitions. There is a round on the Queen, obviously with the Jubilee coming up. There's a picture round based on horror films because it's well, it is Friday the 13th, so we need to get some horror films in there. What else is there? There's a round on the Eurovision, obviously. A round on the FA Cup. So that's good. But it's a very easy FA Cup round, so nothing to worry about. I did have a message from quite a few of our regulars saying they couldn't do it tonight. But that's okay. We carry on. You know, there's enough people here joining in. What am I drinking tonight? Everyone wants to know that, obviously. It's a Cruz Campo. And it's just a lot. And it's just a nice Spanish lager just to start with. We've got 10 on the quiz now, so we've got a top 10. So that's good. I'm just letting one more person now, and then we will start.
The Black
in
Eyed
2 minutes.
The Black Eyed Peas have landed a spoon ship deal.
So yeah, had to do some shopping for an old lady tonight. So just managed to get there and back by 7:30. And then I tried to log on to the laptop and I couldn't get on. I've got 11 people on the quiz now, so we're into double figures. I'm loving that. The Black Eyed Peas have landed a sponsorship deal for cat food. Well, it's not so much the band's deal as will.i.am's. Very, very good, Paul. Just one more person to tell is I'm just starting, and then we will get started in 1 minute.
Dad, Paul has said another joke. You need to read it.
I bought some bird seed 2 months ago. Anybody know how long it takes birds to grow?
I think last place is hours. What about the Friday the 13th marathon? Is it happening?
Friday the 13th marathon. I'm the only one who really likes horror films in the house tonight because Ryan's at work. So I might squidge one in when Sarah falls asleep on the sofa, but I'm more likely to fall asleep first. So that probably won't happen. Anyway, I don't think we're going to get any more tonight because I know that Monica's not here, Elliot's not here, Justina's not here. I can only see one lot of Herdmans.
Are you doing the Neighbours round?
I have done a Neighbours round, so I hope Tom's here ready for that. There's one more person to text, and then we will get
Never watched
going.
it. Well,
I keep
Grandma,
forgetting.
on our TV, there was Neighbours, so it must be still on TV.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get any more, and people are going to get bored. So I'm going to give us Charlotte, can you give us a countdown from 30, and then we'll get started. So have a wee. This will take her a while. Get your drinks ready, and let's get
30,
going on Friday the 13th,
29,
the quiz.
28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
Okay, ready
6,
for this.
5.
It's a damn good
4,
quiz. There's a
3,
damn good chance you'll finish in the top
2,
10.
1,
Let's get
start!
going. 3, 2, 1. I'm sure I want to start the game.
Do you mean
Okay, in Turkey, chewing gum after midnight can mean you/are unclean, have bad breath, have become the devil, or have eaten rotten flesh. Jelly bean and stirs there.
Can I tell
Disco
you
Sushi's here. That's good to know.
Can I say the answers and not present it? And the answer is... Oh, I can't
It
read
does. It means you've eaten rotten flesh. There's one more person I didn't tell. It started. I don't know where they are.
10% of you said...
have eaten rotten flesh. Yes, in Turkey, when you have chewing gum after midnight, the thing is supposedly it turns into rotting flesh in your mouth. It's nice, that isn't it? It's very nice. In medieval England, what cheese did expectant mothers make to ensure their baby would have a long and prosperous life? Is it groaning cheese, brie, cheddar, or Gouda? Okay, a few people who said they were coming haven't turned up either. But you know what? We've got the core here. There's 11 of us. We've got over 10 people.
The answer is...
Groaning cheese. Now, groaning cheese was a big lump of cheese that aged for 9 months as the unborn baby grew in the mother's womb. When the time came to give birth, they called groaning time. For obvious reasons, the family celebrated by eating this cheese. When the baby was christened, the parents passed the baby through the cheese to ensure a long, blessed, and prosperous life. What a wicked question that is.
That is weird.
What type? So that's the groaning cheese. Just to prove it exists, that's the picture of a groaning cheese. What type of stone, if worn, is said to bring bad luck? Emerald, opal, ruby, or malachite? So the crew, the inner core of people we've got tonight, what I'd love to know is what you're all drinking. So I'm having a Cruz Campo, which is a nice little lager because it's quite warm tonight. I'll be following it up with a mega strong IPA, however.
Tractor.
Crane and a cement mixer. The plant-based diet is tough, though. Right, so the type of stone worn that brings bad luck is opal. It stemmed from the best-selling novel Anne of Gustine by Sir Walter Scott. In the book, Lady Hermione was falsely accused of being a demon because she died right after a drop of holy water dripped into her opal jewelry. There you go. It is considered unlucky among soldiers to light how many cigarettes with one match? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? So Herdman family are having a mocha, lovely coffee stout from the Bateman's family. Dan is having his festive IPA, which I believe is called Hoppy Christmas, one of my favourite names for a beer.
And the answer is 3, as
nearly everyone said. Now, it's 3 because soldiers believe, but by the time you'd lit the third cigarette with the same match, a sniper would have time to target you in their sight and make the kill. Some believe it was a superstition created by match tycoon Ivan Kruger to stir up more business. I've put these little facts on there so you know I'm not making absolute nonsense up. So counting what creatures can bring a person good or bad luck, depending on how many are counted. Is it pigs, crows, horses, or sheep?
you need to do a top 10 every 10 questions instead.
I will be doing a top 10 every 10 questions. And you know what? I love that we've got a little inner core of people doing it tonight. That's cool. You know, it makes it a bit more special in some ways.
And the answer is
Crows. So if you see 1, it's bad. 2, it's luck. 3, it's health. 4, it's wealth. 5, it's sickness. And 6 is death. I wanted a candle making kit. Wasted a 20-minute drive to Wicks. Jesus. So yeah, new rugby top from the missus. Absolutely love it, actually. Tell me what you think of it in the comments on the side. You may be cursed if you steal rocks from which US state? Is it Hawaii, Florida, Washington, or New Hampshire? If you're wondering what that is, I cut myself shaving yesterday. Is it Hawaii, Florida, Washington, or New Hampshire? If you steal rocks from this state, I'll tell you in a minute, actually. It is Hawaii. As half of you got now, that involves the Hawaiian volcano god Pele, who was jealous and very protective of her children. Because Pele is a volcanic god, the rocks that come from the magna were her children, so therefore you steal a rock, you're stealing her child. Dan says that's why he doesn't shave. Paul said visited the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. Turns out I didn't need a harpoon. You could gain or lose money if what part itches, what part of your body. Your ear, palm, eye, or elbow. You may notice this is the superstition round, with it being Friday the 13th. And actually, that's true. That's why everything has gone wrong before we started. I just realised, bloody hell. I just realised that's why the computer wouldn't work. That's why it took ages to get to Wainfleet. That's why I went wrong. Oh, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
Dad, please say the answer.
Okay, so if your right palm itches, you will lose money. Well, an itchy left palm means the money is coming your way. So what I want to know is what palm itches. We might have a latecomer to the quiz because he didn't realise what the time was. Okay, the fear of Friday the 13th is called, and I'm going to let you read them because I can't say any of them. So the fear of Friday the 13th is called A, B, C, or D.
Oh, from last one in.
Okay, and the answer is that really long word. I'm going to try and say it now. Paraskevidekatriophobia.
It's C.
It's C. And the big news is the top 3 is looking very, very interesting. That's the big news. That's the big news. I heard the Lone Ranger has a lewd sidekick. He comes from Canada. He's called Toronto. Very good, Paul.
And there's another one. The wife won't stop moaning.
Okay, why should you throw salt over your left shoulder for good luck? Is it because the devil is over your left shoulder? Is it to throw the right over the right shoulder is bad luck? Or is it that the good angel is over your left shoulder? We have got more people joining the quiz. We've now got 13 on the quiz. You've missed the first 9 questions. They've all been incredibly hard. So you've all still got a chance of coming in the top 5. So apparently it's because the devil is over your left shoulder. How creepy is that? So if you drop salt and have to throw it over your left shoulder because that's where the devil is. I'm never dropping salt again.
I dropped salt today.
If you pull out 1 grey hair, how many will grow back? 10, 5, 100, or all your hair will turn grey. So how many fall out? Charlotte, do you want to answer?
I can't see.
Go on.
I can't see.
It's 10. Well, come around this side. She can't be bothered. It is 10. So 10 of your hairs will go grey. So yeah, we're nearly at the end of the superstition round, and I'll give you, as I say, a very interesting
Dad,
top 10. Okay,
Dad.
Next question. Which one of these items should not touch the floor in your house? Is it hat, coat, backpack, or purse?
Well, Mum's purse is on the ground. Dad, you need to do the top 10.
Okay, I'll do the top 10 after the superstition round. Sarah has got a wine, just entered the room, wine with a squash chaser. That's nice. So the purse should not touch the floor. And with those 2 latecomers joining, how many people do you think we've got on the quiz tonight? We were having low numbers. We just reached double figures. So on Friday the 13th, how many people are playing the quiz? This is very, very curious. No, Dan, it's not that number.
Wrong.
Stepping in which of these is considered good luck in France? Is it a puddle, someone's food, dog poo, or mud? No one has said if they like the rugby shirt. I think it's pretty damn decent, actually. It fits me quite well and is much better than half the hideous clothes that I wear. Obviously, I didn't choose it. Stepping in which of these is considered good luck in France? Puddle, someone's food. It's dog poo. It's dog poo. So only your left foot, though. If you step in dog poo with your right foot, it's bad luck. My wife got me a box full of rocks, pebbles, and sand. Not the greatest gift, but I still appreciate the sediment, says Paul. Lots more jokes. I'll get onto them when I've read the next question. Ralph has entered the room and he's chewing something horrendous. It is said that lightning will never strike a person when laughing, when they are crying, when they are eating, or when they are sleeping. It's weird fish, I believe. Yes, weird fish. Had a sale on them. Very nice. I don't really trust candles. They're all wicked. They're all wicked. They're all wicked. Oh, I don't get it. So if you're sleeping, apparently you will never get struck by lightning.
I'm going to sleep when lightning goes.
Yeah. So I think that's the end of that round, but I'm going to wait for the next question, and then I will go your top 10. Not surprisingly, Christine, who was in second, has dropped down to 9th. But there you go. Watson, I think that woman has gastroenteritis. How on earth do you know that, Holmes? Alimentary, my dear Watson. Which horror franchise is featured here? A very, very simple one to get you going in the horror film rounds. There's only 4 or 5 of these questions, don't worry. Is it Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Scream?
Is it?
Should know that, Charlotte. Of course,
Halloween?
if you know what day it is, you know what that is. It's Friday the 13th. That is Jason Voorhees in the 6th installment, Jason Lives. Yes, that followed chapter 4, which was called the final chapter. Then what followed was chapter 5, and then chapter 6, and then a further 4 films after that. So the final chapter was a little bit of a misnomer. Ralph is shaking the table and chewing on a ring which smells of beef. It's proper rank. What is the name of the creator of Neighbours? Tony Watson, Reg Watson, Julia Smith, Phil Redmond. Here you go. Tom has been asking for this round since I started doing the quiz, so we best get 5 out of 5. This is just for you, Tom. I expect you to be shooting up the leaderboard because I ain't got a clue on any of these questions, and I wrote them. It's Reg Watson. I don't even know who that is. Tom, Tom didn't get that right. I'm compiling a portfolio of wonderful cities around the world to visit. Just got back from Prague. I can tick that off my checklist. People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow, says Paul. Wow, he's on fire tonight.
Dad.
Who does Ian Smith play in Neighbours? Harold Bishop, Paul Robinson, Carl Kennedy, or Scott Robinson? Charlotte, sort me out. No. I want a can. Location can, big can, different glass. Oh, actually, same glass, but give it a wash.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
Off she goes. So Ian Smith plays Harold Bishop in Neighbours, as 61% of you said. Van Gogh said to his mum, "Mum, I cut my ear off." She said, "Never mind, son. Have a cup of tea." "No thanks, Mum," he said. "I got one ear." That is unbelievably awful. We'll get Julian. You haven't told me what you're drinking tonight, and then I will give you your top 10 because I keep forgetting. And it's it's really tight actually at the top, and it's looking very good. In '87, Scott and Charlene, of course, Kylie and Jason wedding was watched by 19 million people. But to what song did they walk down the aisle? Unchained Melody, How Deep Is Your Love, Suddenly by Angry Anderson, or Time After Time? And I now will give you your top 10. Here we go. Christine is in 10th. Jellybean is in 9th. Kaz is 8th. Coralie 1875 is in 7th. Tommy Tank is 6th. He's only got one of these questions right so far. 5th is Disco Sushi. Fourth is the scared Spilsby Hermans with many Zs. Third is Richard's evil twin Trichard. Second is Team Thrasher. And first is Paul. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Very kind.
Hello. Charlotte, let Ralph out. Well,
After leaving Neighbours, Margot Robbie has gone on to become an international superstar. What was the name of her character in the show? Is it Donna Friedman, Stephanie Scully, Ellie Robinson, or Carrie Mangle? I remember having a second-hand calculator at school with no multiplication button. I will tell you something. Times were hard, says Paul. Jesus. It's Donna Friedman and Margot Robbie. Yes. Did Tommy get that? Tommy Tank got that one. So here we go. I'm drinking a reduced, 8% double IPA from the Vocation Brewery. Smash and grab from Morrison's. Should have been £3.50. It's £1.75, and it is an absolute banger. Yes, indeed. The bar within the Lastes complex has had various names throughout the years. What was its original name? The Laster Arms, the Waterhole, Loose Plates, or Shez? So yes, I was going to show you my beer machine tonight because I've just got a Vocation keg for it. Very exciting. But unfortunately, said Vocation keg is still at 13 degrees. Wow, there's some dogs barking out there, and Ralph is going mental. Oh, it's crazy in here tonight. Absolutely crazy. Okay, the answer is the Waterhole. So yeah, it was named, I think, all of those places in its past, apart from the Laster's Arms. And it's been named the Waterhole twice, but the original name was the Waterhole. Then it changed back to the Waterhole. I don't care. It's called the Waterhole. In 2006, a famous Australian cricketer appeared as himself on Neighbours. Who was it? Well, I've got to say, this doesn't look quite as good as the one that wasn't reduced, but it does smell really good. It's just as good. It's just as good, people. So yeah, this is a Vocation smash and grab. It's tropical. It's proper filthy. Look at the state of that. I'm going to be on the toilet all night. Shane Warne was the cricketer. Rest in peace, Shane, who was in Neighbours in 2006. You all right, Charlotte? Okay. Charlotte's just a bit out of breath after running to the toilet and back. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
That's nice, isn't it? In 1990, Carrie Mangle became the second character in the series to be killed off. She died in an unusual way. What was it? Fell off a cliff, shot while protesting a duck hunt, eaten by a lion at a zoo, or ran over by an aircraft? I've been to the doctors about my phobia with getting married. He asked if I knew the symptoms. I told him, can't say I do. Are you okay, Charlotte?
Dad.
The answer is she was shot while protesting a duck hunt. And that is the end of the awful Neighbours round, quite frankly. Fruit Snake has entered the top 10 despite starting 9 questions late. Well done, young man. Beating my mum, who's been here from the start. Okay, so next question. Name the Harron franchise from the picture. The Grudge, The Ring, When a Stranger Calls, or A Tale of Two Sisters. After this one, I will give you your top 10. So the horror franchise from that picture. I can tell you it's a Japanese-based franchise. That is from the remake starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, if that helps at all. And the answer is The Grudge, as 53.8% of you said. And there we go. So top 10. Christine has sneaked into the top 10 again. 9th is Richard. 8th is Kaz. 7th is Richard's evil twin Trichard. 6th is Curly. 5th is Disco Sushi. The scary Spilsby Hermans are 4th. Tommy Tank is 3rd. Team Thrasher are 2nd. And first is Paul. I've just been sacked for taking a day off to go to the carnival. I'm claiming funfair dismissal, says Paul. Which country won the first Eurovision Song Contest back in 1956? Yes, it's the Eurovision round. Is it Sweden, Switzerland, or Luxembourg?
Eurovision tomorrow. Oh,
What? Can't I cough?
It is Switzerland, as 23.1% of you said, won the very first Eurovision Song Contest.
can we ask if anybody's watched?
Is anyone watching Eurovision tomorrow? I am having a Eurovision party with lots of foreign meats and some nice champagne and some of these, I should think. all the way from Leeds.
What about the Eurovision
You're
film?
actually having a Eurovision party.
Yeah, you're over here. Okay.
Anybody watched the Eurovision film?
Why was the 69 Eurovision Song Contest particularly notable? There was no winner. There were multiple winners, or the competition was cancelled. Dan says he doesn't see the point of Eurovision. Well, there is no point, and that's one of the best things about it. The Eurovision Song Contest in 69 had multiple winners. 4 countries were made joint winners: France, Netherlands, Spain, and the United Kingdom, following a tie. Lulu represented the UK that year, earning a then impressive 18 points for her performance of Boom Banga Bang. Go and get your pajamas on, please.
Okay.
Are you feeling poorly?
No,
Why do you look like you're going to be sick?
don't.
Charlotte's really poorly tonight, by the way. ABBA found worldwide fame as Eurovision winners with Waterloo in 74, but which of their songs failed in their bid to be Sweden's entry the previous year? Another Town, Another Train, People Need Love, or Ring Ring? So ABBA had already tried to get into Eurovision and failed. Sharon, will you sort this girl out and find what's wrong with her, please? She's making strange noises.
Go on, let's sort the cat and the dog out.
So much wrong with Charlotte tonight. I think we might have vomit in the air tonight, at the end of the night. Okay, so she's tired, says Christine. A tired person doesn't make weird noises out their belly. The West German entry in 79 was a song about which historical figure? Otto von Bismarck, Napoleon, or Genghis Khan? So, the German entry in 79 was a song about who? Is it Otto von Bismarck, Napoleon, or Genghis Khan? She's back again, looking even more poorly.
What?
Show the people your poorly face. And cheer up.
I'm fine.
She says she's fine. So the band Genghis Khan performed a song in Germany about 13th century Mongolian leader Genghis Khan. She does look very tired. I've heard Campbell's soup makers are next to crumble. They've gone into administroni. Thank you, Paul. Worst one of the night so far. Very tight at the top. Only 5 points, 2 points separating the top 2. Ireland's Johnny Logan is the only person to have won Eurovision more than once. The king of Eurovision. His first victory came in 1980. How many Eurovision wins has he been involved in? Give her a hug. Okay, come here, you. So he's been involved in 3. So he's won twice as a performer in 80 and 87, and also composed the winning song for Ireland's Linda Martin in 1992. There you go. So next question coming up. Lots of questions on the Eurovision, but I don't think they're too hard. Not ridiculously obscure, like the Superstition round was. But yeah, very tight at the top. Bucks Fizz won Eurovision for the UK in 81. The UK wouldn't win again for how many years? 20, 12, or 16. So think about what year, if you added 20 to 81, that would be, or 12, or 16 to 81. Which year did we win it in? 97. And that'll tell you when it is. And the answer is 1997, which was 16 years, with Katrina and the Waves, Love, Shine a Light, picking up 227 points. Me and Charlotte were doing times tables in the car tonight, weren't we? She is incredible at them. She can do the 12 times table like that. 12 times 12, Charlotte?
144.
12 times 9, Charlotte?
108.
Incredible. Celine Dion won Eurovision for Switzerland in 88 with a French language song called Ne Pâtis pas sans main. What is the English translation of this title? Don't leave without me, no pointing at me, or no party without me.
Can we have a clip question?
Don't leave without me. It has 53.8% of you said. No, we haven't got any Cliff Richard's questions on this, which is disgusting considering he has been on Eurovision. That beer is not a good colour, is it? It was reduced, but the taste, it's like licking a pineapple that's gone off a bit.
Overripe.
Overripe pineapple, yes. Does that I can't wait for the morning. The most recent UK Eurovision entry to go to number 1 in the UK charts came during the 90s. Name the song. Anyone ideas? Best the Devil You Know by Sonia. Love Shine a Light by Katrina and the Waves. Or was it Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit by Gina G? Ooh Ah a little bit more. No, don't sing them all, I'll be cancelled. It's Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit. Went to number 1 in 1996, but only finished 8th in Eurovision. Despite winning Eurovision, Katrina and the Waves only came number 3 in the charts. Sonia reached number 15 with her runner-up one. My laptop can sing. It's Adele, says Paul. Oh my God. Okay, only 3 points between first and second. Future Atomic Kitten member Jenny Frost, representing the UK at the 99 Eurovision Song Contest as part of which group? Is it Bellfire, Precious, or Girl Thing? Yes. Paul is on fire, says Dan. Some crocodiles got together to write parody songs. It was Punk Rock Band. It was a punk rock band. Some crocodiles got together to write parody songs. It was a punk rock band. Punk rock band. Richard, come on. That was Precious. She was part of Precious. These questions are just awful, aren't they? UK entered Say It Again by Precious in Eurovision 99, with the song finishing joint 12th in the contest and peaking at number 6 in the UK singles charts. As well as Frost, the 5-piece group also included Sophie McDonnell, who would later become a CBBC presenter. Which 90s Europop group performed a medley of hits during the interval at the 2001 Eurovision Song Contest? Now, for this one, think about who was popular around that time, and also think about who had enough hits to create a medley. Therefore, it can't be the Venga Boys. So who had enough hits to actually create a medley, and who was popular around that time? And the answer is, of course, Aqua. Venga Boys. There's 2 songs, max, and that ain't a medley. So Aqua, of course, with the brilliant Barbie Girl, Dr. Jones. Yeah, I don't know anymore. Okay, here we go. So next question coming at the final question in the Eurovision round. And then I will give you your top 10, which is still very exciting. Some famous names have competed to represent the UK in Eurovision over the years. Katie Price was unsuccessful in 2005, as well as Kim Marsh in 2006. But what member of which band was a contender in 2007's edition of Eurovision Make Your Mind Up? Was it the Darkness, Kaiser Chiefs, or the Feeling? Any ideas, Sarah?
Dad, Paul from Skegness has got a joke.
Always has. It was the Darkness, as 77% of you said here. So Justin Hawkins took part in the Eurovision Making Your Mind Up. He didn't get through. Other high-profile entries that year included Brian Harvey, Atomic Kittens, Liz McLaren, R&B group Big Brothers. Scooch got through, I think, to the final. Anyway, here we go. So this is the last Eurovision question. The United Kingdom has won Eurovision 5 times, but finished in last place. How many times? 5, 3, or 8?
I know, Ralph.
I went to the doctor today. I said, can't stop my hands from shaking. He said, do you drink enough? I said, no, I spill most of it. Very good, Paul. I'm a bit worried about this beer. It does taste good. Want some, Sarah Charlotte? You smell it? Smells like pineapples.
Please, look at the dog sitting on my shoulder.
Answer is 5. Andy Abraham came last. So did Josh DeBoby. So did Michael Rice. So did James Newman. And so did Gemini. All really quite awful songs. Not shocked they came last. 1 point between first and second.
Paul from Skegness.
Name the horror franchise from the picture. The Thing, Alien, Predator, or Dog Soldiers. And the top 10 is as follows. Team Thrasher in first. Gary Spilsby Hermans in second. Paul in third. Richard's Evil Twin fourth. Tommy Tank is fifth. Disco Susie is seventh. Is Curly. Eighth is Kaz. Ninth is Simona. And 10th is Richard. Richard Sherwood, a great quiz member. He always here. He always does it. Not one yet. His time will come. That, of course, is Alien. That taken from the often overlooked 4th entry, Alien Resurrection. Had my drum kit gold plated. Didn't need to really, but I got a bit of a status symbol. I don't know. So, here we go. The FA Cup / football round. Bit of self-deprecating humour in this one. Now, how many times have Norwich City been relegated from the Premier League? Is it 4, 6, or 5? They hold the record. You know, that's something we've got. But how many times have we been relegated from the Premier League? The only record we hold, and it is 6. Yes, we've been relegated 6 times. How amazing. Currently stuck in an auction bidding for a house with a lengthy corridor. I'm in it for the long haul, says Paul. Okay, next question. So this is the FA Cup. I don't think these are too hard. I had to do it because the FA Cup final is tomorrow. So I thought if I've got an excuse to do a football round, it's today. Which 2 teams will contest the FA Cup final this year? Is it Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, or Manchester United? Now, Manchester United are rubbish this year, so it ain't them. So what are the other 3? Which 3 are contesting it? Oh, that beer's making me burp. That's a good sign, yeah? And the answer is Liverpool and Chelsea. So most of you got Liverpool, nearly all of you got Chelsea, and there's only 3 points between first and second. Some people put Man United. They're useless this season. They're the only team nearly as bad as us. Nearly as bad. They're not quite as bad. Now remember, this round contains a lot of self-deprecating humour that may help you with, I believe, the next question. Oh no, the question after this. Which team holds the record for the most FA Cup wins? Is it Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur, or Arsenal? So who has won it the most times? Again, I've decreased the number of answers here to 3. So non-football fans, I don't know if there's any football fans here. Oh, apart from Alan, he's here. I don't know if there is any others. So Arsenal, they've won it a record 14 times. And I'm shocked. Where is Alan? He'd have thought he'd been spiralling up the leaderboard on this. Maybe it is too easy. But most people put Tottenham Hotspur. Interesting. But yeah, it's Arsenal who've won it 14 times. Remember, this round contains a lot of self-deprecating humour. Herman's family have said only 6. Herman family, you've lost 5 points. Which current Premier League side lost to a non-league opposition in the 2013 FA Cup? Is it Aston Villa, Watford, Brentford, or Norwich City? Yes, it shouldn't say final there. It should just say FA Cup. They didn't lose in the final. We've never got to the final. I've just given you the answer. And it was Norwich City who lost to Luton Town in the 3rd round, I think it was. Another fantastic, memorable evening for me. And you know what I love when we lose to people like Luton Town in the FA Cup? I love the next day when people come and ask me if I'm all right. Next question coming up. The FA Cup final is held at Wembley Stadium each year. However, which other stadiums in the past have held the final? So there's 3 you've got to choose here. Goodison Park, Sincil Bank, Millennium Stadium, Anfield, or Old Trafford. Paul from Skinner said to his mate, I'm the best liar in the world. He said, prove it. I said, I swam up Niagara Falls last night. He said, I know, I saw you.
I went for those.
It's Goodison Park, the Millennium Stadium, which held it, I believe, when Wembley was shut. When it got knocked down, they created a new Wembley, and Old Trafford. No, Sincil Bank. One person put Sincil Bank. That's where Lincoln City play, and that holds 10,000 people. What a final it will be. I'd love to be there. Great atmosphere. But no, unsurprisingly, the FA have never chosen Sincil Bank. Name the horror franchise from this picture. Is that Scream, Halloween, Last House on the Left, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Now, that's from a really awful part of this franchise. That picture is taken from probably the worst of this franchise ever got. But I'd love to know which horror franchise it is. And it is Halloween, as 53.8% you said. Okay, top 10 coming up. Fruit Snake has entered the top 10. And it's Richard, Disco Sushi, Kaz, Tommy Tank, Richard's Evil Twins, Richard. Curly is 4th. Team Thrash have dropped down to 3rd. Paul is shooting up in 2nd. And football obsessed Spilsby Herdmans are 1st. Clearly must be, because they've taken a nearly 30-point lead. Here we go. It's the Queen round. Of course, the Jubilee is upon us. I love the Queen. I hope she's going to be okay. I think she will. She was at the horse trials, was it today, Sarah? Yeah, she was in a car and she sat down. It was great. So I didn't even get time to read the question because I've been bamming on about the Queen, but I love the Queen. It's a dorgie. Yeah, the Queen is famous for owning a dorgie, which is a cross between a corgi and a dachshund. How about that? Yes, it was Busta Rhymes, Dan. He was in the terrible Halloween Resurrection and at one point drop kicked Michael Myers. Oh, it's just awful.
Every time I let know about
Who was the Queen's paternal grandfather? George VI, George V, Edward VIII, or Edward VII? The Queen's paternal grandfather. Duran Duran have opened a little sweet shop in Paris called Simon Le Bonbons, says Paul. The Herman family smashed the Eurovision round without Casper in there too. David's on his own. It's King George V, as 53.8% of you said. An almighty ruckus is going on between second and third. First, still miles ahead. Dan says he needs to see Busta Rhymes drop kicking Michael Myers. No, you don't. It's awful. But I do have the DVD if you'd like to borrow it. Because you have to own the whole franchise. What's the point? What was Prince Philip's nickname for the Queen? Any ideas, Sarah? Cabbage, Beth, Lizzie, or Queenie?
Cabbage. Well, no.
Sarah's gone for cabbage. Because why not? Why not indeed? The answer is, I'm going to shock you.
Queenie?
It's cabbage. He called her cabbage. And look it up. I'm not lying. It's not Lizzie. I thought it was Lilibet. It's not that either. It is cabbage. Yeah. So there you go. It is cabbage. He called her a little cabbage. What a guy. Love him. Prince Philip. Absolutely love him. So rest in peace, Prince Philip. Beautiful man. Anyway, enough of my love of the royals. I'll definitely get kicked off YouTube. The Queen appeared alongside which actor in a skit for the opening ceremony of the London 2012 Olympics? Is it Jason Statham, Benedict Cumberbatch, Sean Connery, or Daniel Craig? Ralph's going mental in the background, which is a noise you can hear. And we're going to have to take him for a walk after this. How fun! And it is Daniel Craig, as everyone got. First, unless they capitulate in the next 5 questions, it's done and dusted. But second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth definitely isn't done and dusted. Interviewed Brian Wilson for a job. Said to him, "You've worked at quite a few places." He replied, "I get around," says Paul. How many grandchildren does the Queen have? 6, 8, 10, or 12? Charlotte, any ideas? Mm-hmm. She don't know. She don't care tonight. She's that tired.
8.
8. The Bombers say 8.
8.
I'm not going to tell you what I say because I know the answer. But Sarah and Charlotte have gone for 8. And the answer is 8. Most people put 10, but the 8 is Peter Phillips, Zara Tindall, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Beatrice, Prince Eugenie, Lady Louise Windsor, and James Viscount 7.
Wow.
We don't hear much about James Viscount 7.
Sit.
And
Sit.
I wish we did, because what a name. What a fantastic name. Okay, next question coming up in the Jubilee round. What year did the Queen and Prince Philip celebrate their platinum wedding anniversary? So it's the Platinum Jubilee coming up, but what year did they celebrate their wedding anniversary? 2012, 17, 2010, or 2015? They've slightly lost 1 point of their lead, the scary Spilsby Herdmans, but I think they're going to be all right. But second, third, fourth, and fifth, I don't know. 2017, as 2/3 of you said. Paul is 4 points ahead of Team Thrasher, with Tommy Tank a further 7 back, with Richard's evil twin Trichard a further 8 points back, and then currently with 150. So I reckon second is still up for grabs between those 5. So 3 questions left. No, 4 questions left. No, 3 questions left. Maths. I do maths. What age was the Queen when she was crowned? 27, 29, 25, or 21? So how old was the Queen when she was crowned? And if you can know how old she is now, that'll help. Apparently, Roman centurions were trained by cannibals and came out glad 8ers. Thank you, Paul. She was 27. She was 25 when she ascended the throne. 27 at her coronation in 1953. Foxed quite a few of you. Didn't fox the scary Spilsby Hermans, who I can safely say have won the quiz with 2 questions left, but I cannot safely say who's going to come second, third, or fourth. What are 2 of the Queen's 4 main residences? Tower of London, Windsor Castle, Sandringham Castle, or Carnarvon Castle? Not what was that castle you said, Sarah? Conway Castle. It ain't Conway Castle. It could be Carnarvon. I always wonder what people make people's tick.
Dad.
Pacemakers make
Dad.
people tick. It is Windsor and Sandringham, as everyone got. And because everyone got that, second and third, I still don't know. Fourth and fifth are tied. Currently, I'm sorry you've missed out on the top 5, but Tommy and Richard's evil twin Richard are in a right battle, and so is Paul and Team Thrasher. Team Thrasher, I think this could be the best ever performance from you. But let's find out. Here we go. Last question. Name the horror franchise from this picture. I think that's the hardest one. Unless you know the film, you will not know this one. Is it Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, A Stranger Calls, or The Howling? Christine Bourne gets her answer in there. She's something's happened. She's in the top 10. Will she be in the top 10 after this? Should be, because I watched this film lots of times with her. It's Scream, as nearly everyone got. I'm not looking at the leaderboard. I don't want to know until we get down to 1. I don't want to know that. There's a lot of sediment in this glass. I'm very, very concerned. Okay, here we go. Here is your top 10. In 10th, very first performance from Simona in 10th with 125 points, and she started 10 questions in.
Well done.
Amazing. 9th is Richard with 127, just pipping her for 9th. Disco Sushi is 8th with 136 points, and then it gets close. Kaz with 150 points is 7th. Curly 1875. I've not heard of Curly 1875 before, so hopefully a newbie joining the quiz, enjoying it with 160 points. Richard's evil twin Tritchard is 5th, but only by 1 point, because the guy who begged me for a Neighbours round and got half of them wrong still turns up 4th. Well done, Tommy Tank. Now here is your top 3. In 3rd is Team Thrasher with 190 points. And 2nd with 190 points, but slightly answering the questions quicker, is Paul. I reckon that's one of your best ever performances, Paul. But first, a serial winner, an absolute classic winner, for someone who clearly knows far too much about the junk that goes around in this head, are the scary Spilsby Hermans. It's with a Z, but there's only one of them tonight. Well done, David. The Herman family says a very informative quiz. Oh, thank you very much. I thought a very random quiz, which I really struggled to write because I was thinking about all these rounds and thinking, no one will know this. So trying to make it like easier. And with the superstitions, I thought no one will actually believe any of this is true, which is why I had to write all the facts. But anyway, I thought a great quiz. Numbers were down, but great things come in small packages, and that certainly did. Because that was a fantastic quiz. Well done, the scary Spilsby Hermans. Loving the profile picture. Team Thrasher, I think one of your best ever performances. 1 point away from coming second, which I think would be your best ever performance. I thought you'd have had a question about where Neighbours was set, says Paul. No, that would have been a bit too easy, Paul. Thank you, says Caroline. No problem at all. I'm not going to thank this beer in the morning because although it tastes gorgeous, that ain't the colour of the beer I had when it was in date. Let's just say that. Caroline says all her own work because Julian, of course, wasn't with her tonight. I remembered that now because he was. That's why he wasn't drinking. That's clearly Caroline. He drags you down on the quizzes, doesn't he? You've come third. Keep that to yourself. So yeah, thank you everyone for taking part. I've got to go and walk my dog now at 10 to 9. Wonderful. I'd rather sit here and eat crisps. But you know, it's such are the joys of having a pet who's doing something horrendous to himself at the moment. So we're going to go now. Thank you for joining everyone. So that was the May quiz. June, well, we've got the Jubilee, but we've already kind of covered that. So it'll be towards the end of June when I have a free weekend. There's quite a few at the end of June free, actually. So I'll see you then for another Richard's quiz. Been lovely. Thank you all for taking part. I'm going to go and sort out Charlotte now. It looks like she's about to hurl. So see you in a bit.